Especially today, Wednesday. I got Wednesday. So if it wasn't bad enough that you don't have family to spend Thanksgiving with, then if you don't have friends, you're miserable the day before because everyone's with their hometown friends.
Thanksgiving is so hard when you don't have a family.
I don't like Thanksgiving. I never have. But why do I feel lonely on this holiday when I have no plans?
And I went to Whole Foods and bought myself a cake because I'm grown and that's my business. Then I spent $22 on the most flavorless wings I've ever had in my life. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, that shit broke my spirit. I was sad. I allowed myself to feel my feelings and be sad, so I listened to Lana Del Rey for an hour and then I snapped out of it because there's people that are dying, Kim.
So Thanksgiving is over. What family members did you decide you had to cut off? That's my only question. And I know it's probably too much too soon, but this family member said something so terrible to me that I saw red and I wanted to kill them.
Boy, that escalated quickly. I mean, that really got out of hand fast.
All of the fellas in today's world, we're gonna see the woman and lonely in this Thanksgiving. We'll go from days before Thanksgivings to after Thanksgivings. Let's see.
If you're seeing this, you probably don't have holiday plans for Thanksgiving and you're probably feeling like shit about it, aren't you? I make videos like this for every holiday. I also struggle with holidays because I also always struggled with friends. I either didn't have them or I had shitty ones, and that's not the case now, but I spent 24 years of my life feeling that way and not having plans and having a lot of FOMO during holidays. Especially today, Wednesday. I got Wednesday. So if it wasn't bad enough that you don't have family to spend Thanksgiving with, then if you don't have friends, you're miserable the day before because everyone's with their hometown friends. So, this is proof that you're not alone. Yes, I am standing right here talking to you. And it won't always be like this. And two things can be true at the same time. You can feel sad, but you can also make the most of it and do something for yourself and be content this holiday season. Probably not easy, and you might try and it might not even work, but it's working if you tried. The goal is not to take away the crappy feelings that you're feeling right now that the holidays bring up. The goal is to create space for a little bit of joy. If you're still watching by this point, you're already doing it. Clearly, you're willing to give it a shot by listening to me still. I think you're pretty badass for that. So you're not alone. This will pass. And holidays can sometimes be overrated. And that's okay. Mwah.
It's kind of silly that whenever they're not enjoying something, they just want to label it, it's overrated. And I probably remove the music in this clip, but the music is so loud, like learn to like, I was not able to understand what she was saying. The music was quite loud in this one.
Thanksgiving is so fucking hard when you don't have a family. But your food looks good. Thank you for everybody who offered to bring me a plate or who invited me to their family gathering. That is so wholesome. They brought me a plate. Rolls. Oh wait, it's pie. He brought me dessert. Thank you. Thank you. Rolls, mashed potatoes, corn. Yummy. Oh, this one's a little bit, it fell out, but this one's the turkey and the stuffing and the ham. Thank you.
Okay, tomorrow's Thanksgiving. If you don't have anyone to celebrate Thanksgiving with, or you don't want to go because your options are just not aligned with your heart, please show up for yourself. Cook a dinner for yourself, light a candle, put on music, dress up for yourself if you enjoy dressing up. Show up for yourself. Celebrate yourself. I know what it feels like to feel lonely. I know what it feels like to not have anyone to celebrate with, believe it or not. Because sometimes you go and celebrate with people and you just feel lonely. So, with that said, if you're spending the holidays by yourself, I want you to know that you are loved. In the moment that we start showing up for ourselves and we show love for ourselves, that is when the universe brings the right people. Just trust the process. Sending you guys so much love, and please don't be sad. And please give yourself a big, big hug, because we could give that to ourselves. This is coming from someone that has literally separated herself from absolutely everyone that was not in aligned with where I know I needed to be. And I know what it feels like to be alone. I'm literally alone 90% of the time, you guys. And I've learned to show up for myself, and I've learned to give myself love. And guess what? The universe has rewarded me with some beautiful people. So I just wanted to share that with you.
See, being positive is not a bad thing. They just do that to make yourself feel better. But sometimes you just have to face reality. Like, why is everyone avoiding you? Why isn't your thinking matching with others? Just try to talk and make some sense, have some common sense to understand another person. If everyone is ignoring you and you're not able to fit with anyone besides you, maybe you're the problem, like, you're the common denominator here.
My Thanksgiving alone. Why don't you come along with me and I'll show you what I do. I am starting out with one of my favorite dishes, which is cranberry sauce. I usually make it the night before. But for me, Thanksgiving was a little different than most people. This is the next morning and I'm transferring everything over. But that's right, I spend my Thanksgivings alone, and it's by choice mostly.
Oh, please.
I really enjoy watching the parade in the morning. It's really interesting how there were so many commercials this year. I wonder what that could be about. But I think there's a really big misconception out there that if you're spending Thanksgiving alone for whatever reason, that you can't still celebrate it with a full dinner. I do have plenty of friends that invite me over, but as a single person, I feel like it's important to remember that single people should not always be the ones to make accommodations to travel to others, so I don't. I usually also make myself a special breakfast. This year it's these little apple turnovers with cream cheese inside. They're really good. I've been doing Thanksgiving alone for about 7 years now, I think.
Look at that!
I make an effort to get ready because this meal is very special for me and I want to look great, and this is my fit today. One term I really hate when it comes to Thanksgiving or holidays in general is the term going home. Unfortunately, I have no contact with most of my family.
Look at that!
Even this is my home. What do you mean I have to go home to celebrate a holiday? The other one that really gets under my skin, and I'm not here to yuck your yum, is Friendsgiving. I don't understand why, if I'm having a Thanksgiving celebration with friends, that it can't just be Thanksgiving. When we call it Friendsgiving, to me it's always felt like, well, this is our extra thing, but our real Thanksgiving will be with the people that we want to be with. So that's why I just decided that when I would have Thanksgiving, it would be just me. And look at this beautiful bird that I made this year. This is truly a very peaceful day, and I actually do have a great companion to join me.
And she's gonna eat that whole thing, guys.
This turkey came out great, I gotta say. I get a lot of pity, I think, when I tell people that I spent Thanksgiving alone, which is why I kind of don't tell most people. There is definitely a stigma in the society around single people and doing things on your own, and I just decided that this was a great experience for me, and I was gonna do it every year. Also, here's Dixie's plate. She gets pumpkin and yogurt in addition to her turkey. So I just want to affirm to all the single people out there that if you want to celebrate Thanksgiving or any holiday on your own, that you should. There is no right or wrong way to do something like that. And maybe in the future there will be people who join me for things like Thanksgiving, but in the meantime, I'm very content, and I had a great day, and the food is really good.
I don't like Thanksgiving. I never have. But why do I feel lonely on this holiday when I have no plans for tomorrow? On your average day, I would be like so happy to sleep in and do whatever I wanted to do. And today, I just feel lonely.
Hey y'all, I am making this video for the folks who are alone today. I'm thinking about you. And today is what you make it. So I challenge you to sit down and write a list of 20 things that you are grateful for that you typically take for granted. You are worth having a good day today. You are loved. If by nobody else, I'm sending you my love. All right? Make it a good day. Treat yourself well today. Do a little something, something for yourself. You have the power to make today whatever you want it to be. Miserable and lonely, or loving on yourself. I love y'all. Have a great day.
I'm kind of curious, like, do people actually do these things? Like, if someone on internet, a random stranger, tells you, write things that you're grateful for, and you will have a nice day. Do you actually believe people are going to do that? They're just gonna swipe up and forget about you in the next 5 seconds. So stupid.
first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu. That's right. We're going back in time to the first Thanksgiving to get turkeys off the menu.
Y eso que te compré, quédatelo a la verga. No me lo devuelvas, yo sé que te hacía falta.
Y que me zanca la sorrida, porque al cielo se te pisa.
Y eso que te compré.
Well, 304 is gonna be 304s all around the year. Nothing's gonna stop them. Not even Thanksgiving.
Okay, I know I'm not the only one, so spend Thanksgiving Day with me alone for the first time ever. So due to some extenuating circumstances with family, I decided to stay home this year, and honestly, it was a chill day. I started the day off by picking up trash in my neighborhood, and I've been doing it for months, and honestly, it's really relaxing. Like, yeah, people don't litter, but I enjoy myself doing it, and it's good for the environment. I picked up 2 bags of trash, I came home, took a shower, got ready, and my plan was to stay home and eat chicken wings, but why were all the chicken wing places closed? I mean, I know why they were closed, but like, damn. Then I went to Whole Foods and bought myself a cake because I'm grown and that's my business. Then I spent $22 on the most flavorless wings I've ever had in my life. I'm not gonna lie, y'all, that shit broke my spirit. I was sad. I allowed myself to feel my feelings and be sad, so I listened to Lana Del Rey for an hour and then I snapped out of it because there's people that are dying, Kim. And speaking of Lana Del Rey, I ate my cake on my Norman Rockwell plate. And instead of dealing with my family's dysfunction, I watched the dysfunction of the ladies on Married to Medicine while I sipped my tea. Because I didn't get to eat my cousin's macaroni, I did something blasphemous and I made frozen macaroni. Yes, I know it's frozen, but it's Beecher's, it's from Seattle, I'm from Seattle, and it was honestly really good. Then I played my favorite game, Venba, on my Switch, and I put my Lego bouquet together. Y'all, it has been a year. I broke up with my boyfriend. My family's been going through it. I've been going through it. I was literally having panic attacks weekly at work. But you know what? Here I am at home in the apartment that I paid rent for, eating my frozen mac and cheese, enjoying my evening while having my apple juice. I hope anybody who watches this and is feeling alone doesn't feel so alone, because you know what? Shit happens, but here we are in life. We got to keep going. And here I am going.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but if your mom is coming to your house for the holidays, take the time to appreciate every single moment with her. I don't care if she nags you, if she micromanages in the kitchen, if she drinks too much wine, whatever it is, I promise you, someday you are going to have holidays where you miss it and you wish that you could have just one more chance for her to be there with you and have her cooking and her smell and her laugh. So take videos of her so that you can remember her voice. Spend every single second being grateful that she is there, because I promise you that someday when you have to have holidays without her, you will miss her so much and it will never be the same.
So Thanksgiving is over. What family members did you decide you had to cut off? That's my only question. And I know it's probably too much too soon, but I called both of my best friends and nobody answered the phone, and social media is not a diary. Okay? But I had one of the worst nights I have ever had in my entire life. And it literally made me realize I don't think I can talk to my family anymore. And the straw that broke the camel's back is I've been having issues like this for years, but there's always those family members that guilt trip you and say, like, I'm the only blank that you have, you know, insert relative title there. And it's kind of like, well, I want to keep the peace, but sometimes I legitimately think I was born into the wrong family. It's like I just don't belong. And I mean, I feel like I felt this way before, but I feel like it was made so clear tonight. And it's just terrible because nobody chooses a life like this. Like, I really believe God wants us to have community, and nobody should have to walk alone. But
see, I don't know the reason why they left her. I mean, she mentioned that people should be in a part of a community, family. And most of the time you're to agree with things and move along with certain members of a community or your family. But if you're going to be against it, just going to do what you want, don't care about the other person or the other people in your family, of course they're going to reject you. That's the basic common sense.
at this point, it's not even a matter of who's right or who's wrong. It's just the misunderstandings are too great. The miscommunication is too great. The lack of compassion and understanding is too great. The lack of accountability is too great. The straw that broke the camel's back for me is I physically put my hands on a family member. I have never put my hands on anyone. I have never put my hands on a boyfriend. I've never even slapped a guy before. I've never thrown anything at a guy before. I can't even remember if I've ever been in a fight like as a child. But this family member said something so terrible to me that I saw red and I wanted to kill them. I hope you can't get arrested for having a thought. I never understood when people would go no contact with their family members because I have such a small family. You know, so much of my family is dead, and it's just like the little that I have left, it's like I just wish that I had a normal family where people had disagreements and maybe could like eventually talk to each other. But I realize I've fallen into the other category of people who have families that they just don't vibe with and they don't fuck with. And again, at this point, I don't know if they're wrong. I don't know if I'm wrong. I legitimately feel like my family has really done the best that they could. And I always said that if I, ever became a parent, would I ever have the fear that my kids would feel the way I feel about my family, about like me? Because I legitimately think my family did the best that they could, but I still feel like they failed so miserably. And I know that sounds like such a narcissistic thing to say, but I feel like they just failed so miserably. And sometimes I feel like the successes and wins that they had, like the good things that came out of it, are just nothing in comparison to the damage that they've caused. It's just terrible. And I hate that a holiday that I was looking forward to, like Thanksgiving, ended up being one of the worst days of my life.
I shaved my beard off the other day, and I gotta grow this shit back. This is too much nothing. I look like the beginning of a Build-A-Character in a video game. I shaved my beard off the other day.
This is not fun. I am not having fun. I'd rather be at home with my wife, and I'm having fun. This is great. I'm having a wonderful time.
Little family tradition here, I'm not going to lie. Look, my daddy used to take me to McDonald's. And look, here's me taking you to McDonald's, which is nice, isn't it? My daddy...
He's dead.
Yeah, my daddy is dead.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, he did.
How?
I'm alright, it was quite...
How? Did he poo everywhere?
No, he didn't poo everywhere. You wouldn't even die from that.
How did he die?
He had a stroke.
What's a stroke? It's something that you get.
Yeah.
What's a stroke?
Look, I just want to enjoy my McDonald's, alright?
But what's a stroke?
Jesus Christ.
It's like something that you get and it's like a fever. What is a stroke?
Well, anyways, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment your opinions in the comment section below. And here are some more videos you're interested in. Watch. I'll see you next one.